And Marcus Allen.
I'm a Raiders fan. Born in Oakland, I will always be loyal to the silver and black.
I'm a Raider because I came back to the Bay from LA with my team.
I'm an Oakland Raider fan because of my grandmother. Town business.
I'm a Raider fan. My grandmother raised me as a Raider fan. Tailgate, and people give you a beer. I mean, for real, like, because you're a Raider, and you guys
That's how this is going.
Everything. I mean, I just remember, to me, what hooked me more than anything in the world was walking in and everyone just Raiders! And that was it. Oh my God! What went through my body there?
Yep.
What is up, Raider Nation? Welcome to For Life, Our Raider Story. I'm Spicy Raider Girl, and I'm here with my man, Mighty Thor. What's up, Mighty Thor?
Let's go. Fired up, baby.
All right, we're going to have a very special guest co-host. He's going to give you more than just his picks. He's going to be our co-host for the entire show. But before we bring him on, we are going to celebrate that Raiders victory, the 6-5 Raiders. That's our drinking game alert. So every time we say 6-5 Raiders, make sure you drink.
Let's go.
Toke or twerk. If you're watching over on Facebook, make sure you come over to YouTube, because if we are commenting on Facebook, we cannot see that. And as always, remember to light that torch by hitting that like button, subscribe, and share. And we are going to get into it. We are going to be having callers as well. So we'll put the call-up line when it's time to call. Please don't call before then.
Johnny.
But we will make sure to get all of the callers in that want to call. What's up, Johnny? He says Raiders. What's up, John? Ant Dog, Mother Moon, Sharif. He probably want to call in to say how right he was. It's all good. You could do that. You're late, Thor. No, he's not late. I just brought him in a little late. 6-5. That's right. John says 6-5. So drink.
Go.
And we're gonna bring Nevada Nick in early because he's gonna hang out with us the entire show.
Go. I saw him earlier.
So, honorary Raiders fan. He told me yesterday that he's 100% now.
Yeah, I was teetering you. I was on the balance beam. If they lost yesterday, I was gonna renounce my fandom because I had so much on the line. I bet them money line straight, and the guy I was playing in my survivor pool had Dallas, so I was all in, and they won. So yeah, now I'm 100% a Raiders fan.
There you go. He went from 92 to 95 from yesterday going to be 100 to 0. Hey, well, I'm glad they won so you could stick around. What's up, Power Raider? What's up, fam? He says, what's up, fam? What a win. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. David, what's up? Okay, here we go. Say, get Nick a jersey. Come on over, playa. It's about time, right? It is about time.
I'm getting my Carlson jersey.
There you go. The MVP of yesterday's game. He got to eat the chicken, or not the chicken, what is that? Turkey wing and everything, or turkey leg, or whatever it is. I don't even know.
my boy D-Jax had a big game too.
Deshaun had a monster game. More than just the catches, creating PIs, what they should have been doing. But hey, it takes time.
But still, that first play was huge. Getting out of the gates right, and you saw it with Dallas too. So did you want to say something, Angela? I'm sorry. Did you?
What's that?
Oh, I thought you had something else you wanted to say.
Oh no, go ahead. Keep going.
No, and it got Dallas out of their game. If you remember, and Thor knows too, I said you got to stop that Cowboys run game. Cowboys only had 64 yards rushing.
Yeah,
so, I mean, they didn't do that, which makes no sense in regards to the Dallas coaching staff. This year, when they run for 100 yards, they're 7-0. When they don't run for 100 yards, they're 0-4. So you'd think it would kind of, sink to them, hey, we should run the football.
Yep. So you're saying, Nevada Nick, are you saying DC is your player of the game?
Look, he played well yesterday. I mean, not to be nitpicky, I do think he missed some throws.
I'm talking about Daniel.
Oh yeah, Daniel Carr.
6-5, baby.
No, but Derek Carr, yeah, he made the plays he needed to make. He missed a throw in the end zone. Should have had a touchdown. Ended up with a field goal. He missed Renfro on a third down, and he missed Waller too deep. But still, he played really well, especially with Waller going out. I thought he played well yesterday.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Waller going out was very concerning, and he played okay. Like, he played good. He definitely played good. It's funny because I'm a Carr middle of the road guy. I hate the inconsistency, but he didn't play necessarily great. He played good. I mean, he played pretty good actually, especially with Waller out. But he should do that more. If he does that all the time, then now it just creates more of the issues with the two sides of the story, the car haters, the car lovers, whatever. All I know is I don't care. We 6-5, we drinking. Let's go, man. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean,
Consistency, that's all.
He looked more engaged yesterday. He really did.
He did.
On the sideline, and he looked more engaged. But the big thing for him, we both talked about it too. It might not have been great, but they tried to run the football. And they 143 yards rushing. And the biggest play of the game, my opinion, was that Josh Jacobs running overtime. And it's because they kept running the football. And it wasn't pretty early. He only had 22 carries for 88 yards. But still, it wore him down. That Dallas defense was tired at the end of the game. And that's because they owned time of possession, which was big too. I think they had 11 or 12 minutes more than the Cowboys. I mean, it's got to stick with the run if it works.
Right. It's huge. I mean, honestly, we never trailed. We own time of possession. We own the stats. I mean, I was around. I'm sure a lot of people were around a lot of Cowboy fans, and they were quiet as a church mouse in the first half. Then in the fourth quarter, they want to start showing up, and then when they lose, they got all kind of excuses.
The refs.
But honestly, you never even had the lead. They never even had the lead. We did what we do. We dominated on stats. Just like we did in the New York game, we should have won the game, but we don't finish as well as we should in the red zone. Gotta get touchdowns. Gotta get touchdowns. However,
they started great. They started great on both sides, right?
With the numbers we put up. I don't want to hear about the penalties. You can never talk to a Raider fan about penalties. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like we should talk about that actually. But the Raiders started off great on both sides, right? The defense shut them out and made the Cowboys go 3 and out, and then the Raiders scored on the opening drive. I mean, what more can you ask for as a Raiders fan, right? I don't know. Right. Have we seen that? Have we seen that combination all season?
What's that?
A 3 and out, and then scoring a touchdown on the first drive.
On the first drive. First drive, we saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't know.
Followed by a 3 and out by defense. Combination
I don't know
of both.
if we've seen it all season. No, I don't remember one. But yeah, it was a good performance. Look, the Raiders should have won by more than 2 scores yesterday, maybe even double digits. That's how much better than were the Cowboys. Obviously, the kickoff return hurts. And Thor said it, obviously Carr had the tight end. I'm forgetting his name, but it was the backup, not
Buster Moreau.
No, the other one. It was
Harrier.
Right. He had him and he missed him in the end zone. They had to settle for a field goal. You got to make that throw. But so they left some points on the board. Also, I thought, coaching in the fourth quarter when he should have ran into the 2-minute warning and they try to get the false start. I mean, if you look at that, you end the game there because they would have got the first down. Right. They ran it down the clock and kicked the game-winning field goal to end the game and not get in overtime. Because let's not forget, Dallas had the ball first. So if they make a drive and score a touchdown, you don't even get the ball.
We lose. Game. Right.
So
that's why that kickoff was so huge. So huge.
That and Jacobs are the 2 biggest plays of the game, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. And Reed, my brother, man, again, I love you, bro. And I heard him talking about this before the game about no CD Lamb and no Amari Cooper, right? And then there was like, oh, CD, and where the and
What's up,
before I'm
Hollywood?
sorry, I always get off on shit. But where's the Dallas fans that were in here 2 days ago talking all that nonsense? Scared to show up. I mean,
Look, you're talking to an
period.
Eagles
But
fan.
okay, I digress.
That
Back to what Reeve said. No CD Lamb, no Amari Cooper. You know what? I'm a gambler, and I know as a gambler, they knew they weren't playing. The line was still 7.5. So it is a big upset on the road on short notice. We had no Waller. We have our injury issues. We got at best in a makeshift offensive line. So the line didn't really change. It stayed. I got it. It was plus 280 money line. Plus 280 money line on an NFL game is shock the world if the plus 280 wins.
Right.
I mean, that's a big number.
Yeah.
Most games are maybe plus $1.65 if for the dog. I keep wanting to say Detroit was what plus $1.40, but game time they were only plus $1.05 or some nonsense, which was weird. So it was shock the world just because them two are out. They got Zeke, they got whatever, and we're on the road on short rest. So Reef, man, it was 5 field goals though is bothering me because we should have scored like Nick just said. It should have been we should have damn near blew them out realistically if you score touchdowns. So that bothers me. The red zone, 10, 20-yard line offense is atrocious. I mean, part of that goes to running the ball better.
Thor's just literally giving us every thought in his mind all
at
at
once.
once.
Hey,
they didn't have this player. Something about the Lions.
Well, I've already had like 3
something about
shots
red
of
zone.
1942
Like something about
in
Reed.
a couple
Let's circle back
years.
to Cowboys fans not here
Yeah.
talking. Woo!
Yep.
Anyone keep up with that?
Yeah, well, like, he's right about Cowboys fans. They're the loudest people in the world, but when things go bad, man, they go in hiding. I mean, you're talking to an Eagles fan who knows all about
That's
it.
right, hiding.
They just go into hiding.
I don't think I know any Cowboys fans, so I can't tell if they're in hiding or not. But
You
I do know
definitely
there
know
were.
Cowboy fans because everyone
do?
knows Cowboy fans.
All right. Well, I don't think I do, but maybe.
And they only show up when they win.
We call them cockroaches. You know, it's just how they are.
They definitely were a couple in here the other night, though, and I did not know who they were.
Yeah. And that's why I was talking about where they at today. They don't want to show up today.
Thanks for tuning in, David. We appreciate you. So yeah, we'll open the phone lines here. We'll see if you want to give us your point of view. Go ahead and give us a call, 510-394-4409 if you want to let us know how you felt about the game. I thought the penalties is an interesting conversation though, because Jerry Jones is complaining about it. I don't hear him complaining about the index card game. He's complaining
about what? So let him know. Go ahead. Let him know first. Let him know, and then I'm gonna come in with my point.
Yeah, no, go ahead. I'm just saying he's complaining. Maybe the check he wrote to the refs this time around, wasn't high enough that as it usually is. The amount was too small, or someone on the squad didn't get one. But I noticed it right away. I think that the Raiders never get calls like that. I was pretty surprised by it, to be honest. But we got a call here. We got a caller here. So let me see who we got. Okay, we got a couple callers. Hold on, I can only take one at a time here. Caller, who do we have?
Yeah, hi, I'm Nicholas Ballesteros.
Hey, Nicholas, how are you? Thanks for tuning in.
Is it spicy?
That's me.
Oh, wow, you're still talking. I'm watching you right now.
Oh, yeah, that's how it works. We're live.
Oh, okay.
Tell us what you thought about the game.
Well, I agree with Nevada Bob 100% because two things.
Did he say Nevada Bob?
Nevada Nick.
Oh.
We knew what he meant. We knew what he meant.
Nevada Nick. Sorry. Maybe I was thinking of a hamburger place. But no, Sorry,
I lost your train of thought. My bad.
Anyway, so they need to ride Jacobs a lot more. They need to wear down defenses, which they haven't been doing until last night.
Yeah.
And secondly, game planning on defense. I used to be a semi-pro coach, and what I've seen is that they don't feed off of Crosby, and they give Dak Prescott too many targets. They're worrying about going after him and sacking him when all they have to do is stand back and neutralize the targets.
Yeah.
So that's what I see.
You guys agree with that?
Yeah. I mean, look, Crosby and Ndakwe are their defense, though. I mean, and that's what you shouldn't have to send
You're exactly right.
guys like that. I mean, they should be able to get pressure with their front four and their front four only.
Right. We should.
All right, Nicholas. Well, thank you for your call. We appreciate you. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, Spicy.
All right. Have a great day.
Right on,
All right.
right on.
We'll open the phone line again. I know there was a couple people calling at once, so the phone line is now open. If you want to give us a call back in.
Let me holler at the guy in the text, drywall and textures.
Go for it.
We appreciate you. He said the last field goal in regulation, 4th and 5, right? Because I was wondering about that because it was but it wouldn't have been 1st and goal because that was like a 56. I was like, oh no. Oh, why are we kicking this? But he hit it. It was like 56. So but it was like 5.5, and it wouldn't have been a first down. It would have been 4th and like
3.
that much.
It was been 4 and 3, I think, with the 5
It
yard.
would have been. They still wouldn't have got it. No, it was.
But no, he went offsides again though. It would have been a first down. And
What's
then
that?
they kicked the field goal. It was 4th and 2, but they went offsides again. He's right.
No, that was in overtime.
Right,
In regulation.
Yeah.
I think that was a different
Regulation,
play.
it was
Yeah,
4th and 5. and
Yeah.
he hit
In
like a
regulation, you don't go for it there. You kick the field goal.
Yeah, well, yeah, no, but when they were offsides and we
Right.
declined the penalty, but because it would not have been a first down.
Right.
That's why we did that. But
Right. That was a smart move.
The one in overtime, I was kind of upset at the coaching. Why did we not run the ball? Even if you have the quarterback take a knee, just to run clock. So in case you miss it, because the dude was offsides by 8 yards on the one that hit the upright.
Right.
On the third kick or whatever number kick it was. But you never know. It's not like, and I love Daniel Carlson, had a great day, MVP yesterday, but he did miss an extra point this year, and you're still kicking the ball. So I just don't understand why you didn't run the ball a couple more times straight up, even if it's like a quarterback just boom, go down, just to run the clock and make them take their last time out. And then run the clock out one more time, and then do it in case. But whatever, we won. We're 6 and 5. It don't matter. Listen.
My guess is their concern was
variables.
It was a fumble. I mean, look, it's happened. Look at the Chiefs. Right. The Chiefs had the Ravens beat, and CEH fumbled the ball in overtime. Ravens got it, take it down and win. So it can happen. I just think they trust Carlson. In regards to the penalties, though, too, you talked about earlier. There was plenty of calls the Raiders didn't get. That one play to Zay Jones, that was a touchdown. I'll tell you another huge play. That 2-point conversion to tie the game, that was offensive pass interference. You are not allowed to hit the defender, and he hit him. They didn't throw that flag either. So it went both ways. Both teams had 14 penalties on each side.
Thank you.
It went both ways. You can't. And look, that's the one thing the Raiders do need to clean up, though, is the holding calls. My God. How many holding calls can you have in one game? Don't hold. And when you know they're calling it that much, don't hold.
All right, guys. We're gonna get the caller on the line. I think, is this you, Thanos? Can you hear us?
Yes, indeed. I hear you loud and clear.
All right, cool. Tell us what's on your mind.
Okay, first I'm really happy for the fans who took the trip, and also I'm happy for the fans who have not been able to visit Allegiant due to the mandate, because I think they deserve that win more than anyone else. And I don't need to mention their names, but they're very well known and visible, and good to see them out there. Because had we lost that game, the suicide hotline would probably be blowing up right now, to be honest. And if you remember the last time I was here, I said, just like with our codependent relationship with the Raiders, a battered wife with abusive spouse, every now and then you get the bouquet of flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday was the bouquet of flowers.
Sure was.
Dallas was really ripe to lose that game. Remember, Denver beat Dallas also.
So wait. So as a woman's perspective, really quickly, so with that analogy, just because they gave us the bouquet of flowers does not mean we should be back, right? Or does that cure all? Or does the bouquet of flowers cure all?
Winning cures everything.
Oh,
Winning
okay.
cures everything.
And that's not the best analogy then.
But as I was saying, remember, Denver beat the same team too about two weeks ago or so. And, without Randy Gregory, who just went on IR, the best defensive end, that guy Parsons, I wish we would have drafted him. He was a monster yesterday. And I can only imagine what would have happened if he had Gregory with him, but we took advantage of it. And, of course, you cannot discount Cooper, who probably wanted this game more than anyone, and CeeDee Lamb. That's both of their starters.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're from a Dallas fan perspective, you say, well, damn, you shouldn't feel that bad because you still took this team to OT damn near crippled. But also with us, we still 3 for 13 on third down conversions. It's not ideal to have your field goal kicker kick 5 field goals, including a 56-yarder, if I'm not mistaken. Finally, after a month of us begging, Mariota get utilized in the red zone, and you see the results. Mm-hmm. So when he got behind center and scored for us, the translation is, well, the starter isn't doing this enough, so that's why the magic man, as I call him, is out here. So the same concerns I had with the first 3 weeks of the level of competition and how healthy they were, I'm precautious about this win. Yes, it was much needed.
Yeah.
But what does it really mean long term? Because a lot of the problems.
6-5 right now.
Had Carr threw for 3 or 4 touchdowns, and we've seen something totally different, and he lit that secondary up. Then I can understand a lot of the renewed optimism or these people twerking online, talking about not today haters and all this silliness from, his devoted fan base. But we didn't do that. And we were lucky to get out of there with a win, though we beat a crippled team, just like the Ravens were, just like the Steelers were, minus 4 defensive starters. When we beat up on the Eagles, they had the 29th pass defense, and Derek Carr probably had his best game of the year. But when we played Chicago, a good defense that was healthy, you saw what happened. So we're still struggling. See, you can get away with field goals against Dallas without Lamb and Cooper. You can't do that with Mr. Mahomes, as we saw a week ago or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know what's the deal with this, this script thing, or this dude who got some notebook paper with predictions on it that everyone keeps talking about. Post-clip, I think that's what it's called. To me, it sounded like a postscript. There is nobody.
What is this? I missed this. What is this? Do you know about this? I missed this.
No clue.
We're unfamiliar with what you're speaking of.
There's something that's trending about some person who made a list of predictions of the Raiders season.
The coin flip guy.
And what's it called?
Coin flip guy. He's 11-0.
Oh, whoever wins the coin flip?
No, there's a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want to cut you off, Reeve, but there's a guy who flipped a coin before he did it before the season.
Okay.
He is now 11-0. That's incredible.
That's crazy.
Wow. Okay, I didn't hear about that.
And
Google it.
We get swept by the Chiefs and we get swept by the Chargers, but somehow we still make the wild card.
Okay, wait, hold up. I'm intrigued about this really quickly. So before you move on, what was his final record for the season?
10-7.
10-7? Okay.
Right.
All right. Cool.
Angela, he's 11-0.
Crazy.
I'm glad for the fans who got the treat. We still struggling offensively on third down. Carlson definitely was the MVP, We still have a pass rush, which showed up yesterday. Abram is definitely totally better than what he's been a year or two ago.
Because he cut that ugly ass hair off. And Derek Carr needs to cut his shit too.
The key to success, everyone.
Looking like the Wolf Man. But we need more Mariota still.
Yes, I would agree with that.
Because we can't rely on Daniel Carlson every week to bail us out.
No.
Against a team that was right to be beaten. Minus they stars, because you're not going to get that break every week playing a team without both of their wide receivers. So I'll just tell everyone, as I said from the jump street, he is who he is. You're going to have those moments where everyone get all excited and euphoric, and then when you least expect it, when it's a divisional game or a statement game, and yesterday was somewhat of a statement game, being that it was on national television.
The most viewed NFL game since 1990 at almost 34 million viewers.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, I guess it went according to the script, because you mentioned something about the penalties. In the whole entire Cowboy history, I said it's the most penalties they ever had. And there's been some bad Cowboy teams over the years.
Yeah.
And
we had the same amount of penalties.
Yeah, but I think it's a notable point, though, because having the same amount is good. Usually I feel like it's far less. And I know penalties were missed, but I guess my point of it all is I'm surprised that the Raiders got the amount of penalties called that they did. I think even Derek Carr sounded surprised. I think he said something in his press conference. He said something about I was throwing up the ball and actually getting calls or something to that effect.
I mean, I am too, but when the Cowboy fans claim that they got killed on penalties, we have the same amount of penalties. Yeah. That's my argument.
No, I'm not suggesting that. I'm just saying I like to see a lot of the calls go towards the Raiders, which I feel like I'm not used to seeing, especially as we said in the past couple of weeks that we had talked about last show, with the Raiders hardly getting any compared to the other team, especially on this game.
Right, Angela. You're right. You're right. But my argument is they didn't, because it was even. It was 50-50.
Right, but it could have been 100 one way, which I feel like a lot of times it usually is.
Right.
Like I said, if you look at the last two games, the Raiders have far less than the other teams.
Yeah. Right.
So to be 50-50, I think I'm good. That's what I'm saying.
And you wish the refs would be stay out of the games more. You really do. Who wants to see 28 penalties? But when you look at them, there was none that I was like, man, that was an egregious call. And there was some that was actually missed. So I don't think that I'm
still seeing a lot of holds on Mad Max that aren't getting called.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up this year with officials missing false starts? I saw at least 3 false starts missed in that game alone, and I've seen it in every NFL game I watch.
Yeah. All right, Thanos, thank you for calling. We appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you too. So we shall see. The saga continue.
Yes.
Hey, we're still alive. Reed, we're 6-5, so drink with me, brother.
Hey, let's celebrate it. Hey, I say, let's take the celebrations when we can.
Yeah, and too, that false start that they called too, I thought that could have been offsides. I heard Thor. I think the guy said the head bob. I mean, the centers do that all the time. So, which obviously that would have given a first down instead of going, back and being 3rd and 9. It would have been a first down. So that was a big call too. But that's Cowboys fans. They'll come up with every excuse in the world.
Really quickly, I just want to say, what's up, Arizona Raider Nation? They say enjoy the win. That's it. No more, no less. Salud. 6-5 Raiders. That's right.
And I know the one caller said about, what's the win? Well, it's a big win though. It's 6-5, and your season's still alive. It's a lot better than 5-6. And look, you got the Washington football team coming in at home in a game they should win. That doesn't mean they will, but they should win. And so too, I looked it up. The coin flip guy has the Raiders winning and going 7-5. Yep. So that's a good thing.
Let's go. Coin flip guys 11-0.
You gotta win.
11-0.
Let's just all go double down on our bets and be like, damn that coin flip guy.
Yeah, and that'll be the time it turns, Angela. Trust me. That's gambling.
At 6-0 would have been a good time to turn, and you would keep losing. Ride the hot streak till it ends.
Totally.
I'm a gambler. You ride the hot streak till it ends,
100%. Ride it to the ground.
What's up, Hollywood? We miss you and Loretta and Raiderina as well. I don't think I've seen you at a game this year, have I? We should, but hopefully we'll get to see you before the season's over. I feel like we have not been at any of the same games. Okay, hold on. Let me get the call line back up if there's anyone else that wants. I know somebody else was trying to call. Sorry, I can't pick up while someone else is on, but if you want to call back, there's the number. Yeah, JB says, I don't care about the penalty number so long as all the calls are correct. Yeah, say along the same line. So don't miss all the calls that are against the Raiders. You know, that's all I'm saying. I still say, I saw Mad Max get held a few times, and he's not getting the calls. And that last game or or a lot of the other games. I mean, I think most people.
Those crybaby Cowboy fans were trying to say that wasn't a PI on that. Come on, bro.
That's just
come on, man. No, I'm like, bro, okay. Yeah, you just ain't watching the game. You don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, they live in the 90s. That's what they do. That's all they talk about is the 3 Super Bowls they won 30 years ago.
That's true. That's true. How about them boys? Yeah, them boys can go home now, man.
Well, I mean, you talk about a team that hasn't, for as much as they're, beloved, they haven't been in an NFC championship game since 1996.
Do they know that?
No, they don't.
Yeah, they might not.
Forget about the Super Bowl. They haven't even been in a championship game.
Well, I mean, we can't really talk about that.
Hey, you were in 2002, so it's even
that's true. The Raiders. That's true. What's up, everybody? If you haven't already, light that torch and hit that like button, subscribe and share this video. If you are still watching on Facebook, you joined us on Facebook recently, come on over to YouTube so we can see your comments. I think I see some new viewers here. If you haven't subscribed, please do.
Go.
Oh, we drinking. Yeah, we celebrating
the 6-5, baby. That means drinking game. Let's go.
And one thing too, 6-5, especially this year, you're in it. I mean,
we're right there.
A lot of teams, and look, the Steelers and Bengals, they play each other this weekend. So one of those teams are going to lose. The Chargers and Broncos play each other. One of those teams is going to lose. It's gonna. The Colts have to play the Bucks, so they're right in the mix of things. It's just going to be about taking care of business at home.
This is about the time of the season where I actually start watching other teams, the teams that I want to lose, to help the Raiders cause.
Right, and Nick is so right, and that's why I was saying our wins over Baltimore and Pittsburgh, like we got good wins this year in our conference, and teams that were probably gonna end up when it comes to the wild card if we don't win the division, because we're not out of it yet.
Yeah,
but we're gonna need
huge.
To go along with those conference wins. We are going to need the Broncos to, I think, help us out a little bit and beat the Chargers this weekend when they play each other. Nevada, Nick, you look like you have a thought. So
well, they
and then we'll go into your picks.
Okay, they play the Colts, they play the Browns, and they play the Chargers again too. So they control their own destiny in that sense too. They get to play all those teams. Yeah, so it's they're right in the thick of things. It's about handling their business. That's the question.
There you go. You want to get into your picks?
Yeah, sure.
Let's do it.
All right. You want to put the first one up? Or
I will.
Okay.
Real quick. I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. We'll just stay right here with this format then. Let me get your picks up here.
I think the Colts game was first, right?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So I'm going to go with the Colts +3. I've been riding the Colts for a while now. Basically, they lost a 19-point lead against the Ravens, and then a Titans game I think they should have won, or else they would be on an 8-game winning streak. You're getting the Colts at home +3 against Tampa. Tampa has really struggled on the road this year. I mean, I like it. I love the Colts. They're running the ball. Jonathan Taylor's going off. I'm going to start off with the Colts +3. I think they're going to win the game outright at home against Tom Brady and the Buccaneers.
Ooh, I like that one. We'll see what happens. I like that one. And you're a fan. I've seen you gloat about him quite a bit, so I'm a little surprised by this one.
Yeah, no, look, I mean, I think Brady's the GOAT, but like I said, they're struggling on the road this year. I like how the Colts are playing, and I do like, as much as a lot of people in Philly hate Wentz, I like Wentz. I mean, Eagles don't have a Super Bowl without him. He might have got hurt that year, but he set the table and brought the first Super Bowl to the Eagles, or had a part in bringing the first Super Bowl to the Eagles. So I'll always be a fan of Wentz. So, but I like the Colts +3.
Okay.
And then I'm going to go. My next game is the Chargers.
Yep.
-2.5. I know you guys probably don't like this pick, but I like where the Chargers are headed. They're starting to run the football. But hey, look, the one weakness they do have is their rush defense, and the Broncos can run the ball, so they better stop the run. If the Broncos go and run the ball over the Chargers are going to be in trouble. But I like the way the Chargers are playing. In past years, this is when they've played well. But usually they've had bad starts, is what the issue was with the Chargers. They didn't have a bad start this year. So I like the Chargers on Sunday. I'm going to go with the Chargers -2.5.
We don't like that one. That's not what we're rooting for here. It's okay.
Then I'm going to go to Green Bay. Green Bay getting the point at home. Everybody loves the Rams this year, but I just think Green Bay's more balanced. Give me Aaron Rodgers over Matt Stafford. Matt Stafford struggles against good teams, and you've seen it this year with the Rams. When they play good teams, he hasn't looked good. Anytime you can get Green Bay at home, look, they beat the Rams in the playoffs last year. I love the Packers +1 on Sunday. Okay. And then my last game, I know Angela doesn't like this team, but I like how the Niners are playing. I really do. They're starting to run the football. They're running Deebo Samuel out of the backfield as a running back. They're starting to get back to their identity of running the football and not let Jimmy G throw the ball and mess it up for them. So, and play defense. Yeah, I like the Niners -3 at home against the Vikings.
No, we don't. We don't like that. We don't really. What I don't like really about the 49ers is they're fair weather fans that like to come out when they're
100%.
winning.
Yeah,
like, for me,
that.
they become the most annoying people in Northern California or the Bay Area anyway. You don't see a 49er fan ever until they have a winning record. It's like, and I don't need to see that. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
No, they definitely are fair weather fans.
All right, but that's your pick. So those are Nevada Knicks picks. See, we got the donkeys on this one. He said to your pick.
No, it could. Like I said,
so
that one's going to be tight. The Broncos can run the football. And the Chargers don't stop the run. But I think they know. Like Staley's a good defensive coordinator. Obviously, their head coach from the Rams. I think he'll find a way to stop the Broncos running, and Herbert gets them the W.
Ant Dog says facts. We are hoodlums too.
hey, Ant, that's A and them. That's fam though. That's the problem. Because that's fam though, and we know they hoodlums too.
That's mostly hilarious. Can I just say this too? It's a little off topic, but can we keep the gang stuff to the Bang Bang Niner gang, and can we not as Raider fans use that? You've heard it, right, Thor? Raider gang stuff. Keep that to the Bang Bangs over there.
Yeah.
The Bang Bang gang.
I know. And that's why, as a Raider fan, it bothers me when I see Raider fans wearing red Raider hats or blue Raider.
Yeah.
Because that starts to make me think about that. But we don't even want to. We're not even going to get into that.
Yeah, one thing I want to ask.
Well, no, I wasn't even thinking in actual gang banging. I just because their theme song is that E40 Bang Bang Niner Gang or whatever, however it goes.
Well, I'm actually talking about the real shit though.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, either way, we Raider Nation.
See, and let's leave it at that. Too. We know them hoodlums. We know them hoodlums.
What's with the Raider puppet? That's a new thing, right? Is that a Vegas thing? You guys see that?
Nah, he's been around for a few years.
Has he? Okay, I was wrong. I thought that was like a Vegas thing. I just didn't see Raider puppet being in Oakland, but okay, all right.
Yeah, he's been around for a few years, but he ain't big. I think he's bigger now in Vegas, but he's been around for a few years. I'll give him that. I've known him for at least 4 years around.
Oh, here, let me open. If anyone else wants to call in, I think at least a couple other people were trying to call in. I don't know if you're still watching, but if you're still watching and you want to let us know what you thought about that Cowboys game, give us a call. There's the call-in number right there. Well, this so Reef, we actually thought the other thing with this point. Right. He says Gruden sues the league and suddenly Raiders getting calls ? So our conspiracy theory over the last 2 weeks was once Gruden sued the league, the Raiders didn't get really almost any calls compared to the other team.
So this is
a huge difference from what had been happening the past 2 games once Gruden actually filed that lawsuit.
Mm-hmm. Gruden's going to get paid off. That's what's going to happen. They're going to give him a ton of money. They don't want those emails going up to Congress or to, they don't trust me. Gruden's going to get a big check, and he knows it, and that's what that's all about.
There you go. Ant-Dog is really hating on these 49er fans. I love it. He
Yeah,
said that
let's
song
go,
is
baby.
weak
Let's go.
as
Let's
F
go.
too.
Let's go. Let's go for sure. Hey, Callie, I appreciate you, brother. Sometimes I do. I just be drunk though, so I'm kicking it.
So I have a question for you. Let me know what you think in the chat line here for all of our viewers, and Thor and Nevada Nick, you can respond to this too. That 22-yard run by Mr. Derek Carr, do you think some of that was sparked by that Mariota touchdown? Do you think that ignited him a little bit to want to make a run like that?
No, I think he was just making a play. I think he saw it there, and I think he was making a play. I don't think it had anything to – but I think that a little bit played into more, too, like we talked about. I think he heard some of the, Derek Carr has no heart stuff because he took the hit yesterday. He kept playing. Yeah. He had that run, and I think we all would say he played harder yesterday. There's no doubt about it. And we both said early, I thought he looked more engaged. I really did. I'm not – He missed some throws yesterday, to be nitpicky and be honest, but he did the job to get it, did what needed to be done to get the job done. And they got a W. No matter what in the NFL, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter what the score is. A win is a win is a win. And any win's hard in the NFL.
Hey, Ant said he saw Jesus and ran for the light. For sure. Hey, you know what's funny though is he ran slow as dirt to the light. Like my old fat ass could run the same speed to the light.
The one thing that's good too is it came out. Looks like Waller's not going to miss significant time because that would have really affected the rest of the year. Although I don't know, I like the mix of receivers on the Raiders. D-Jax kind of makes up for that Ruggs role because he can throw deep. But you saw him yesterday, man. He runs great comeback routes too, where he makes him think he's going deep, and then he'll stop on a dime and bring it back. And usually he'll be wide open just sitting there. He had a really good route like that yesterday. And then, look, Zay Jones can make some plays. I thought there was a PI on him that should have been called. And then obviously Brian Edwards. So there's still some players there. Hopefully they can get Waller back, though.
Yeah. I think Waller is going to be Waller. Hopefully he gets back in the next week or two because that's huge. But I loved what I saw from D-Jax. I love D-Jax because I'm from Berkeley, baby. Bears all day.
Yeah.
I got nothing but love for D-Jax. So I think that fills that role. Like, spread it out, let him go, and let him, like you said, stop on a dime and boom, and then the defender just kept going, and that opens it up. That also hopefully opens the run game up a little.
Yeah, because when D-Jax is in the game, you're not creeping up. You know what I mean? You're just not creeping up. Right. And they got to continue doing it because I like the mix of Jacobs and Drake. Drake's had some nice runs this year too, especially Drake on a third down because he can catch the ball out of the backfield. Yeah. Jacobs can too, but they're formidable there.
Jacobs missed he missed one yesterday though that he dropped. It broke my heart almost.
Yeah, but like I said, at least they ran the ball.
He usually catches the ball.
And what's good too is I know everybody wants. But they average 4 yards a carry, and that's all you need. 3 rushes at 4 yards gets you your first down. And when you're at third and manageable, which I would say is 3rd and 3 or 4 or less, a defense can't sit there and say when it's 3rd and 7, they pin their ears back. They know 9 times out of 10 it's going to be a pass. When it's 3rd or 3 or 4, you never know. There's some plays you can run, and you can still run the football. So it's so huge when you're running the ball and you have those third manageables. Now, Raiders were 3 and 13 on third down, but still, it's I like running the ball. I like the way they're headed, and hopefully they keep up with it.
All right, guys, we got Houston Steve on the line. What's up, Houston Steve?
Hey, great show, everybody. I was going to say I saw the tweet by Adam Schefter. They said yesterday's game was the most watched regular season NFL game since 1990. This was a signature game. This is something that can carry us into the rest of the season. I'm so damn proud to be a Raider fan because you know what? No matter what, we're gonna be all in this together, and it's gonna be great to see how this team finishes. What say you? And it's always great to talk to you all.
Yeah, likewise. We are excited to see how this season's gonna finish as well. Hopefully with the playoff berth.
Hopefully we're still rooting. Hopefully with a Super. Thank you, Matt. Hopefully with a Super Bowl berth. Let's go. Get in.
My bad.
All right, Thor, just start with a playoff. Don't get greedy, Thor.
Get in. Hey, y'all remember? I want to say the New York Giants got in at 9-7 on the last week and won it all. I want to say the Pittsburgh Steelers got in on the last week twice and won it all.
Yep. The first one with Jerome, they were the last seed, and they were the 6th seed, and they went on the road.
Got in on the last week. They got a win and help, I think. Yeah. I know the Giants got a win and help. They got in at 9-7. I want to say Pittsburgh 10-6.
This is one of those years.
Really quickly, sorry guys, really quickly. Houston, Steve, do you have any other thoughts before we move on here?
Yeah, I was just gonna say one of the things that I noticed is when I watched the game and everything yesterday, they made a comment if on the play of that controversial play, if the defender would have turned around and actually looked towards the play instead of going through the receiver, they wouldn't have got that pass interference call. Every time I've seen a play like that, when they've done that, they've always get flagged. Wouldn't you say that? And go Raiders, we're back, baby.
Go Raiders, we're back, baby. All right, Steve, thanks for calling. I'm gonna let them respond to that. Thank you for calling.
Thank you so much.
All right, bye. You guys, go ahead and respond to that for Houston, Steve.
No, he's right, but that's a flag. And face guarding is a flag that you got to be looking for the ball. So if he would have turned his head around, it wouldn't have been a flag. But ultimately, that's the rule. Like if you're got your hands up, you're not looking to the thing, and you're face guarding. It's a penalty. So there's nothing you can do. I mean, you might not agree with it, and it's definitely one of those calls that favors the offense, but that's the league now, so you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Their coach that taught that, so
huge. Yeah. Hey, the rule is the rule, man. Don't be mad at the rule. Remember when they gave us the tuck rule that was a rule? Like, don't be mad at the rule. That's the rule. This ain't college.
We like to forget that, actually. No,
the tuck rule, nobody heard of the tuck rule.
I'm just kidding.
Nobody had heard
of it. It goes both ways. It goes both ways. That's all I'm saying. The cowgirl, cow turd fans are mad at the rule. Don't be mad at the rule. That's the rule. We've lived through that. I don't want to hear nothing from y'all. Nothing. And again, y'all won't come back on our show today. You was on here hard 2 days ago, though. Get out of here.
Caller, who do we have on the line?
Juan.
Hey, Juan, how are you? What do you got?
What's
what do you got to say
Juan?
about the show? About the show, about the game.
Spicy. I told you Derek Carr had it in him.
You did. You did. Oh, yeah. You're circling back to rub it in my face. No, I'm just kidding.
I think he was wrong about that.
No, what? Yeah, this is true. So he said, what was it? You're going to give Derek Carr up until this Thursday game to get a win, or you were going to be done with him, right?
I told you he had it in him.
You're right.
I don't want to.
Glad you're right.
I don't want to brag on anything.
Hey, you can brag. Listen. I like to give my honest opinion of who I think will win each game. It's easy to come on here and say, the Raiders will win every game. Almost no NFL team wins every single game. That's pretty impossible. So I just try to give an honest opinion who I think will actually win the game, but I am glad you were right, and I'm glad the Raiders won, and I'm glad they're in the 6-5 Raiders. Drink.
Ain't gonna be a team win. About that game, and it was a crazy game. Deshaun Jackson had a 56-yard touchdown.
Yeah,
it was crazy, and he had 5 career touchdowns against the Cowboys with the Rams.
Oh yeah. Hey, Hunter Renfrow balled out too. He had like 10 for 134 or something.
2 big ones too.
Yeah.
It was a big one. Man, and Daniel Carlson had to kick 5 field goals, and the Cowboys got penalized 4 times.
Right.
And he had a turkey.
He had a turkey?
Yeah.
All right.
And after that, one of the Raiders and the Chargers were fighting. John Simpson was fighting
Yep. Just that,
He was a big guy.
Respond to Kelly here. Any word on Waller? Yeah, they say, I think after the MRI, he suffered from a strained IT band, so he should be back a lot sooner than I shouldn't say a lot sooner than, how do I say?
It could have been worse.
It could have been worse.
Yeah, it's not going to be an extended period of time.
Darren Waller is going to be out for a couple weeks. That's what somebody said.
All right, yeah, that's what I heard as well.
I didn't believe that.
All right, Juan. Well, thank you so much for calling. We appreciate you.
All
right. And here, I guess I'm gonna say his stats are probably accurate here.
Yeah.
Raider Moore says 8
and
9 for 134 yards. Renfro did decent in returns as well.
Mm-hmm. He did.
I'm not sure what Reef is saying about worse than them. Is he trying to say A's
fans?
What does that refer to? What is that? What are we talking
Maybe the
about?
Niners fans we were talking about earlier?
Oh, anyway.
Please, A's fans are the shit, bro. Yankee fans are the worst that ever been.
Both your faces were great.
No, my fault. Boston Red Sox fans are terrible. Then
I'll have to circle back and see it, Nevada Nick. I don't even know what my face looks like.
Those are the 2 words.
You just like blew something out the side of your mouth. You know, one thing about Carr, and I'm not, look, the jury's still out though. He needs to get them to the playoffs. I mean, that's what it's all about. If he gets this team to the playoffs, I'll say Derek Carr got the job done and he's the guy. But, it's 1 week too, Let's not forget the previous 3 weeks. I hope he does well.
Inconsistency in Carr is the issue. Like, you never know. Is he going to look like the Kardashians think this Pro Bowl elite quarterback, or is he going to look – it's just 50-50 with Carr, like literally 50-50. Like,
you know what I noticed? What I feel like I've noticed with Carr is we all know he's inconsistent. I mean, those are just facts. That's not even an opinion. He's inconsistent. What I feel like I've noticed with him, and maybe this is just something I'm noticing.
All day, right?
But when I think he pays very close attention to the media and social media, I feel like when he feels, I'll say, under attack, if you will, or when the fans really kind of get tired of him and call him on certain things, I think he's that. And I think he takes real offense to that. And I think then you kind of see him step up his game because he doesn't want to be known as soft or as his job on the line.
He is soft.
Yeah.
But that's besides my point. What I'm saying is I feel like he notices those things. I always feel like when it comes to the point where Raiders fans really get hard on him, and Raiders fans really got hard on him after this last loss.
Right. Even the ones who liked him were getting hard on him, yeah.
Well, he needs to put his big boy pants on, that's all. Because it's the NFL, that's how it goes.
He needs to put the big boy pants on every week. That's all. That's all. And I love him if he does that.
Right. That's how it goes in the NFL. When you win, you're going to be and look, you're the quarterback, you get praised. And look, Carr got more love than anybody. People were really starting to come around on Carr when they were 5-2 and he was doing a lot. Then you lose. Look, when you have back-to-back seasons where you start 5-2 and then all of a sudden you're 500 3 or 4 weeks later, when you haven't made the playoffs, that's what's going to happen. That's being a quarterback in the NFL. So deal with it.
Get the first down against the Giants.
Deal with it.
It's the truth. But it happens in the NFL. Carson Wentz dealt with it. It's how it is. It's like me and Thor said last show. That's the one position where you're based on wins and losses. And
wins and losses, man. W's and L's. That's it.
Well, and it's and he keeps saying every single game, every loss, year after year, loss after loss, he keeps saying it's on me, it's on me. So yeah, if you're gonna sit there and say it's on me, then we are gonna blame it on you.
I felt last time though he was being sarcastic. I really do.
Oh, we could read into every one of those. We can read into every one of those press conferences. It's
Yeah. It felt like, it's on me, it's all my fault. Yeah. I don't know, it is what it is with Carr. But like I said, hopefully you got Washington coming in with no Chase Young, with a backup QB. Heineke can ball a little bit, but they're coming on, they'll be on a short week. and you have an extended, obviously playing on Thursday to not playing on Sunday, you're going to get Washington on a short week. You guys have an extended break. You know, they better come out to play next Sunday, because if they lose to Washington, to me, it is over then.
It's like we have that debate.
I like that comment, Q. I like that comment.
Raider Moore says, look around the league. So many quarterbacks get too much credit for being on a good team or get more of the blame for being on bad teams.
Yeah.
And then Q
Drywall Texture says he had time to throw the ball this week. He played well. He's a pocket guy. He can't play well with pressure in his face. Isn't that the truth? Reef says, why did he lie about being a Raider fan for 20 years, but said he was a Cowboy fan as a kid? Which is it? I mean, technically, I guess it could be both, because he's like in his 30s, right?
Yeah, I didn't know his middle name was Dallas.
But why would he be a Cowboy fan when his brother went to Houston? I don't know. He's like a fan of every team. I don't care, whatever. Just play well for us.
Just win games. Just win, baby.
Right.
QB gets too much credit and too much blame.
That's
QB
life, baby. That's just for life.
Those are facts.
That's it.
Carr's mom's side are Cowboys fans from Texas. Why? I wonder why.
Because they're from Texas.
I thought they were from, like,
back then
Fresno
there wasn't
or
even a
something.
Houston Texans.
I think the Cars are front runners. That's what it is.
They were the Houston Oilers, right?
Oh yeah, right. The Houston Oilers. Think of that. Sounds like the Cars are front runners though. So Cowboys fans are all front runners.
Hey, well, we're about up on our time here. All I can say is I am happy that it's the 6-5 Raiders.
6-5 Raiders. Drink. God damn, would y'all drink with us?
Drink, toke, or twerk. 6-5, baby. In the hunt.
Go with 8-5.
All right.
Yeah, we need to get to 8-5. I'm okay with that. Let's go beat Washington, get to 7-5, and then we got KC. Oh shit! Get to 8-5, and everything to turn around. Let's go.
Nick, since you're 100% Raiders fan, are you still going out with us?
Yeah, I'll go out with you.
Hey, I love it.
Oh man, I forgot.
We gotta
back now. You have to win. You're like,
I feel like a Nevada Nick Raiders jersey is coming soon. I feel it. All right, y'all. Thanks everyone for watching. We are going to head out here. So we go out one way and only one way.
Our story. Yes, I represent the nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Raider Nation, our story. That's right. And I'm with Spicy Girl and that Mother Moon. La Familia. Mighty Thor and a Quiet Q. Super Hood. Omar. On the grill. And the B-Lot. 3 amigos. 4 brothers. Mr. Nicely Seasoned. What's the mariachis without Senior Raider? Representing just like the beginning Oakland Raider. Darlene and the Raider home. What about Little Chucky Gruded, my boss. Black Eyes. We're tailgaters. And it began on an autumn day. Right here in the OAK. California dreaming in that golden state. Alameda County right here in the Bay. And you could find me on that east side, yo. Representing that east side, But no matter what, we represent the shield. Just like Anna in the band club Emeryville. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Raider Nation. Our story, our story. Yo, representing silver and the black, Mr. Matter of Fact, yo, is here. Without showing any pity, from Oakland to Los Angeles to Vegas, all the way to Mexico City. And I represent that nation. Our story, our story. Yes, I represent the nation. Our story, our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Raider Nation, our story. Right. Yo, this is my story and I represent it with the pride and the poise commitment to that excellence. I represent with noise. This is how I do it. The silver and the black, and I come into the track and I represent it. Matter of fact. And I'm cruising around with Hollywood Raider all around the town, and I just found out Raider Savage on the interstate. Raider de la Baja, yeah, orale. So get over here, cause we representing now. And that I don't win as a pirate. They gotta win as a Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Dedicated to the nation. Our story, our story. Nation. Our story, our story. Yo, representing silver and the black, Mr. Matter of Fact, yo, is here. Without showing any pity, from Oakland to Los Angeles to Vegas, all the way to Mexico City. And I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent the nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Raider Nation. That's right. Mr. Matter of Fact is here.
Yeah.